Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Olga here and we are trying to organize our lives, and today we're going to talk about something that is super important when it comes to organizing our lives. It's planners. It's almost mid-year and are you thinking what I'm thinking? Soon it's gonna be time to choose our new planners, and if you are as excited as I am, then don't forget to hit that like button. Anyways, today I just wanted to sit down and honestly talk about my planning system, because after using it for 6 months, I have discovered that it has a lot of flaws. And that gives me a lot of space to think about my next year, how I want it to look like. So if you're interested to find out what did not work for me and what I'm exactly thinking about for the next year, then let's go. So as you remember guys, I have started this year strong with my common planner. It is by Sterling Ink in B6 size, and as you remember from 2024, I switched to B6 because of the size, because you see how much smaller it is, and it was essential for me to be able to carry it around with me. It has a lot of pages though, and well, it is an undated version, meaning that I was like super free to do whatever I want with it. And that was also one of the benefits, or something that I was looking forward to. Because as you know, and I mentioned this before, and I stay true to myself, when I have the dates, like in my, for example, Hobonichi planner, let's check out some of the months, for example, like that. It's blank and I immediately feel a bit frustrated that I have skipped today for whatever reason it was, which we are all humans and we can skip days. Planning should not be about creating entries every single day. It needs to be productive and working for you, which it doesn't necessarily mean entries every single day. But still, I was starting to feel very frustrated about that. So undated version was a perfect version, and I used it both for work and personal life. The way I did it is I used the spreads for weekly planning, where I have separated my work and personal tasks, and I was not trying to stick to the time frames or whatever, and I also incorporated whatever things come to my mind over here. And I was using the blank pages at the back of the planner to create my personal entries, like journaling entries, my thoughts and ideas and things like that. And it was a great idea, and I still feel like it could have worked out, but there were two problems. First problem, I was starting to take this planner to work with me when I was going to the office, and people were quite attracted to it, though it's not like any masterpiece or whatever. People were still quite excited to see how it looked, because not that many people, I guess, are doing that. And this planner contains a lot of personal things. I ended up feeling not that confident leaving it on my desk, just because, people are not that crazy. They're not gonna just take my belongings without permission, but still, it contains a lot of personal information which I want to keep, well, private and to myself. So that was around the end of February or March where this planner appeared on stage. This is an undated common planner in, I think, N2 size, again by Sterling Ink. It is more or less the same when it comes to height, but it is way more narrow, and inside it includes the undated horizontal weekly planning spreads and a lot of blank pages in the end. As you see, again, it is like super sick. So this planner I have started to use for creating my, again, just work mostly related tasks, also some personal tasks, trying to keep everything that is super private aside. And this is how I lived for the past 4 months or something. And on top of that, I also have a bunch of pocket notebooks. At this time, I'm still using the tiny, teeny version of Midori. Like, it is super tiny. I can fit it like over here in my pocket easily. Ciao. So it is super small and tiny, and I just carry it around with me whenever I feel like I have some thought or whatever. But it is kind of too tiny maybe, and they are so small, I go over, like, they are running out of pages very fast. And even though it's cute, I'm not also sure about that much. So this is the system that I have right now, where I have this notebook for entering my personal goals, tracking my health-related things, my big 12 months goals. My journal is here as well, like random ideas when it comes to my life. And this planner ended up actually being more or less work-related planner, because in the end, I have even transferred quite many routine tasks in here. And it just felt right. It happened just like that. I wasn't even like thinking about that. So mostly this is my work-related planner, and the way I use it is this work-related planner I use obviously every single day, mostly in the mornings when I'm trying to organize my days and my tasks. And also at the back of the planner I have my running to-do list or inbox of just random things that come to my mind that I put over here so that I can transfer them. It's like a backlog of my ideas or my tasks that I need to do. And yeah, more or less it looks like this. What I have noticed is that I have stopped using weekends, obviously, because it's work. I'm not working on weekends, and I never want to. Thank you. So those were empty, and quite often also those pages were empty because my focus for the week when it comes to work, it's usually clear. It's just like a couple of things that I want to stay focused on, and then I have my backlog and running to-do lists over here, and it works just perfectly fine. And honestly, I feel like at this moment this notebook is a bit too much. My idea is that for the next year, I still want to keep my work-related tasks separately, but actually go way more simple. First off, I want to switch to maybe smaller size. Maybe it should be a pocket notebook, like definitely without that big part over here. This is a Hobonichi from 2023, which was like daily planner. This format, by the way, also is not something that works for me because I want to have an overview of the week. This is very important. So what I'm thinking, and tell me what you think about that, is when it comes to work, I can actually survive having basically a pocket notebook of maybe smaller size, definitely, with way less pages, where I can actually create manually my weeks. And every single week I can create a plan like for my 5 days of the week, maybe have some bullets and focuses that I want to like focus on, and that's it. I don't need that much. I just need it to be super light and easy to access and easy to carry around. This planner is beautiful, but it also contains, for example, this monthly spreads that I'm not really using and some additional spreads for like goals and whatever that I also do not need. So in the end, I think that splitting my work and personal things was really a good idea, but the way it is currently organized is just not optimal and it's not really working for me that well, so I really want to switch. But when it comes to my personal planner, again, B6 is the best size. Hobonichi, come on, can you please already give us the B6 size? When it comes to my personal planner, I still want to go for the undated planner for the next year. The reason being is that I'm consistent with planning every single day, but I'm not that consistent with creating journal entries, which I am trying to badly because I feel like it's given so many benefits to my mental health and my overall being, but still creating entries every single day tend to be a bit overwhelming, especially currently when I have a lot of things going on, like I have new hobbies, new things that I explore here and there, and the time is just limited. So I just want to be focused, and I want to have a B6 size planner, which will also contain an undated pages inside. When it comes to monthly spreads, looking like this, I'm not sure about that. I'm in and out of love with those spreads. I think they are a place to create something. For example, you can create small pictures of however your day has passed. That could be cute, but that also consumes some time, and I don't really need to have an overview of my month. I usually do that on my laptop digitally, so I'm not sure about that. When it comes to weekly spreads, I think that this is a very important and a very useful spread for me when it comes to my personal life again. This helps me monitor my activity, like plan ahead when I'm gonna be at the office, when I'm gonna work out, when I'm gonna go do this and that, when I have my things that I need to do at home, like clean the house or whatever. I just like to have that overview of the week that helps me to plan it and helps me stay organized, and also helps me to look back and actually remember when was the last time I washed my curtains. I don't know. Sometimes it is really important and nothing stays in my mind at this time. So I want to keep that spread for my personal tasks, as well as use it as a gratitude log. And I know the space is not that much, but I tend to keep my gratitude quite small, compact, so I like doing that. So when it comes to daily spreads, I want to keep it undated. I want to keep it blank, just like that, and to be able to create entries whenever I feel like, whenever I want to, and in, well, the size that I feel is appropriate for that given day without having too much of a blank space. Is that the amount of pages? This planner, for example, over here, it has 360 something pages, and that is a bit too much. I keep my thoughts compact, and when I plan and create my personal ideas and goals, I tend to keep it again super compact. So I don't need that many pages. I'm going to look for a planner with less amount of pages. So this is it. Basically, what I'm trying to say with that video is that my planning system is not gonna stay for the next year. And this is the greatest thing about it, is that it evolves together with you, and it is totally fine. Other than that, I still believe that the planners and how I use it help me stay on track, help me stay alive and achieve whatever it is I'm trying to achieve. So if you're still thinking about what planner you should choose, I understand that it can be super overwhelming. So what I suggest is either go all in and get one of those fancy planners or super popular options like Hobonichi and see what it can give you and eliminate things that you actually don't need, so that next year you can upgrade and have something better. Or start with a blank notebook and create a planning system for yourself. Maybe it's going to be bullet journaling, maybe it's going to be something else. What I'm trying to say again is experiment, 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 even within the frames of the same planner. That's why I like the undated version so much. It gives you the possibility to do whatever you want. So keep that in mind. And with that, I'm really looking forward to your recommendations. Like, can you guys recommend me any planners that will actually fit my aspirations, my needs, and my ideas? And again, well, let me know, what are you using? Come on, people, give me some information. This is super important, and I'm gonna use it for my future ideas as well. And with that, guys, I'm gonna leave you, and I hope you have a nice and beautiful and amazing day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.